Hello, Husky Nation. Welcome to Beyond the Bench, a weekly series where we sit down with each of our head coaches here at Bloomsburg University to get thoughts about their program, themselves, and what it means to be a Husky. I'm Dave Leisering, Sports Information Director here at the university. Today's guest on Beyond the Bench is the head coach of the Huskies field hockey program, Nikki Hartranft. Nikki, thank you very much for joining me here today.
Absolutely. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning. So let's jump right in, Coach. What have you been doing to stay connected with your team and keeping them motivated over these last several months?
I think every coach is tired of Zoom meetings, and I know the girls are as well, but we definitely have been trying to stay in touch. If it's not once a week, it's every other week. We have spaced it out a little bit, hoping for some good news that we can get started anytime soon. But I think, with the pandemic going on right now, you hope that the girls are internally motivated to continue working out, of course. But on top of that, I really just want them to be successful in the classroom, as things have definitely changed and they're doing everything online right now. So you hope the success just carries forward and they have all the academic success right now is our main priority.
I know you were extremely excited about your incoming class this year. Were you expecting to bring in a larger class, and how have you stayed active recruiting during this time?
Well, I think the biggest thing, yes, we were expecting to bring in a large class. If you take a look at our rosters, you definitely know that our junior class is very large as well. So you want to get the freshmen in, you give them some experience as freshmen and hope that they can make impact, right away on our roster. So we did know we were bringing in a large class. Right now, the best news is that PIAA is definitely allowing games to continue. So although we, through the pandemic of March, April, and May, we were watching a lot of video. And then now we're actually able to go out and watch some high school games. So that's very exciting.
You played at Bloomsburg from 2000 to 2003, won back-to-back national titles your junior and senior years. Talk about some of your fondest memories during that time.
Well, I think our AD would be excited to know that, yes, we did have buses breaking down as well back then. But some of our fondest memories are definitely the road trips, and that's why I bring that up with the bus. But I think that's the greatest opportunity, is spending time in the team bonding. I say to the girls all the time, at the end of the day, the wins and losses, yes, no one ever wants to lose a game, but they're really just kind of in the past. And the things that always stick forward to me are the friendships and the families that I've stayed connected with. My college roommates are my best friends still to this day, and we played together and had some great times on the field. So there's definitely, you can't take away that. You can't take away the friendship and the family.
What enticed you to come back to Bloomsburg and take over the program in 2010?
Honestly, I never thought I'd be here, but I definitely have. If there was any place that I wanted to coach, it was going to be here at Bloomsburg. I was very happy that I had the opportunity to come back, and very blessed. But I think, when I was coaching at Alvernia, I was happy. I loved coaching. I fell in love with it right away, and I never thought I would. I never wanted to put my stick down. I wanted to play forever. But I fell in love with the coaching side of things, and when this opportunity came up, Bloomsburg has always been home. And even when I played here, it felt very similar to my hometown, and I was so glad to be able to come back.
How has the sport evolved from when you played to now being a coach?
It's funny. I don't think the sport itself has evolved, except technically. When you're talking technically sound, we went from 2 halves to 4 quarters, which I know is every sports info, director's dream come true. The game's a little bit shorter, but now they have some more breaks. Right. But besides the self-start, that also has evolved the game tremendously. So I think the speed of the game is the number one thing that has evolved, just because of the self-start rule. You almost can't blink, because it's already, by the time you blink and open your eyes, the game has already continued to flow. So it's definitely a much faster paced game.
Let's talk about an individual synonymous with the sport of field hockey, and that being Jan Hutchinson. You had the chance to play for her, replace her as the head coach here, and coach alongside her as she is a volunteer assistant with you. What has she meant to you?
Well, she's a legend. There's no doubt about that. And everyone, that sits across my desk when we talk about the recruiting process and the trophies that are in there. I always say, she has been a huge mentor. People probably don't know this, but when I left Bloomsburg after I graduated and I went to Alvernia and I was coaching there, we talked more field hockey than anybody ever wanted to know. And we would be on the phone constantly just talking hockey. So she's been a mentor since, the day I graduated, in terms of just the field hockey world. So she has definitely laid the footprint. When I had the opportunity of, coming back here for the job, I always said to her, like, I can't fill your shoes. And the success that she's had both on the softball field and on the field hockey field, I knew I couldn't fulfill her shoes, and I didn't want to. And she told me that from day one. She said, Nikki, I don't want you to be me. I want you to be your own person. So I definitely, she's still my mentor, still to this day. We talk way more hockey than anybody wants to know. But she's definitely, one of my very good friends and family. And on top of that, as a volunteer assistant, being able to just run everything by her and Courtney alone we just have a fantastic staff. I think everyone would call us the Three Stooges because we love to have a lot of fun and we're always making pranks and chatting and having a great time. So I think that that's really kind of just, again, I stress the importance of family, and the three of us are definitely top family, which makes it so much fun to coach.
What can we expect from the Huskies when you're able to take the field again in 2021?
Well, I hope that you're going to see a team that's, which I shouldn't say I hope, I know you're going to see a team that is definitely passionate and driven to succeed. If you look back at our schedule from last year, we had 7 games in overtime. We're definitely there, and we're pushing forward in our conference, and we want to, the girls want to succeed between the white lines. There's no doubt about it. But I think you're going to find a team that's passionate and driven. But in retrospect, and rightfully so, I think every team is going to be that way. Right now, these girls are just ready to go, and they want to be unleashed, and they want to play, and they want to have a great time doing it. So I think you're going to see some really great sports, and not just on the field hockey, field, but you're going to see it across the board. You're going to see some really great sport competition going to happen in spring.
A lot of hunger, that's for sure. Just anticipating getting started again. So
yeah, exactly.
So let's get to know Nikki a little bit better. What are some of your favorite sports teams?
Oh, diehard Phillies. Go Eagles. I know I shouldn't say that right now. They're struggling. No, diehard Phillies fan, always was. And I think that goes back to my dad. He's always been a Phillies fan and an Eagles fan. So anything that comes out of the Philadelphia area, I'm rooting for. Go Flyers too. How about that?
There you go. Yeah, we won't go there either. So, any sports role models?
Yeah, I mean, I think Michael Jordan, that's what was my era. Not only could the man play basketball, but just, his way of handling himself and carrying himself. Definitely when I was young, that's who I wanted to be, the MJ.
You like Mike. Favorite movie?
Dirty Dancing.
Nice. Okay. Favorite food?
Actually, I love to cook. So I enjoy, trying new things. And so, but I definitely, if I had to say anything, and this is kind of just unique to who we are as a team, but definitely the pasta parties with the girls. So I'll just go with pasta.
That works for me too. So I'm still waiting for my invite, but favorite musician.
We'll talk about that when we can get together again soon.
Right, exactly. Any favorite musicians?
Country music, country girl, anything country, I'm listening.
I like it. If you could meet anyone, past or present, who would it be and why?
I have a lot of family members that I'd love to sit down and meet with. My grandparents for sure. But if I'd have to have one opportunity, there's no doubt in my mind, I'd love to have lunch or dinner with Pat Summitt.
That's a great answer. And then finally, what's the best thing about Bloomsburg?
The people. It's not just you that I can't spend every day at work with right now because of COVID, but it's the people I work with. It's the people on lower campus. It's the people that support us even higher up. But Bloomsburg University has the greatest people.
Nikki, I know you enjoyed doing this interview today, but I really appreciate you taking the time and spending some time with me today.
I absolutely love the time I got to spend with you, Dave. And anytime that you want to do these interviews, you let me know. I'll be happy to have my kids come on these calls. I'm sure they would love it.
Nice. Looking forward to it. And we're looking forward to an exciting spring and hopefully getting to see everybody play here in 2021.
Absolutely. I'm hoping for the same thing, Dave. Thank you so much.
Head coach Nikki Hartranft of the Bloomsburg University field hockey team. Our thanks to Husky Nation for tuning in to Beyond the Bench. Join us again next week as we will visit with another Huskies head coach. For information on everything Huskies, visit our website at buhuskies.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm Dave Leisering. We'll see you next week on Beyond the Bench. Have a great day, and go Huskies.